Welcome back to Your Real Estate Voice with Barb Schlinker. She's the host of the show, and this is the weekly radio show that informs and educates you on how to buy or sell real estate with Barb Schlinker, the owner of Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty. Now, Barb, a lot of people look at those automated valuations like on Zillow, or sometimes they look at their neighbor's asking price to determine what their home is worth, especially now that it's taking longer to sell a home. How does a home seller decide what price to set when they are selling their home?
Well, Richard, it's really kind of an art and a science to figure out where to price the home appropriately, because even though the inventory is down, so are the number of buyers that can afford to buy, right? So you have to be the best available home in your neighborhood, in your price range. It has to have the whole package, or you're going to get passed by. And, people's natural affinity is to price a home high for negotiating room. But that's the worst mistake that you can make. You don't want to overprice a home, not ever, because it won't sell, basically. And then you'll slowly walk the price down. And according to the National Association of Realtors, when you do that, you're going to net less money. And so pricing it right can mean the difference between getting the most money when you sell your home, or it's sitting on the market for longer than normal period of time. And the market's going to tell you right away if you didn't get pricing right. If you're pricing too high, there's going to be no or very few showings. Or if you're priced a little high, you're going to get some showings, but really no offers. Now, if you're getting offers, it's a good sign, but that doesn't necessarily mean you're going to go to the finish line. What I'm seeing lately is people are throwing a lot of lowball offers, right? And we're not able to reach agreement. So what that tells me is that it's just a little bit off. Like I had this one listing a few months ago. It was an older home. It was built in the 50s. It was inherited. The son remodeled the home, made a beautiful kitchen, beautiful flooring, fresh paint. It looked great, but it wasn't a complete remodel. Like it still had the pink tiles in the bathrooms. And so we priced it kind of, top middle of where we thought it would sell. And we were getting showings and lowball offers, but not an offer that he would take. So after a few weeks of this, I said, okay, this number is not working. We need to make a change. And all we did was change the price just 1%. We just dropped it $5,000 and it sold for full price right away. So sometimes it's just a little bit of tweaking to get that right. And I help people do this all the time. We call ourselves the #1 home value expert. And we're not just looking at comparable sales. You can't look at history and say that your home is worth what your neighbor's house is worth. It's a pretty good indication. It's a good indication to give you a feel for the general price range of the home, but every home is unique. Every home has different benefits and features that make it more or less valuable. And of course, I'd love to get our home sellers absolutely the most amount of money, but the way you do that is you price it what I call realistically versus optimistically. Because what's happening now, because buyers are making their decision about which homes are going to get in their which homes are going to leave their fuzzy bunny slippers and get in their car and drive by and explore that home further, really matters. It has to be the whole package, not just the photos, but the pricing has to be right. Otherwise, they're not even going to come by and see it. And activity definitely leaves clues. And if you make a mistake, it's not too late. You can still price the home. You can still make a correction, but I wouldn't wait much longer than 30 days to do that. According to the National Association of Realtors, if your home isn't priced right, and then you slowly walk the price down, you're actually going to net less money. You're better off making a significant move right away and getting the buyers to go, oh, so what happens is that home drops down into other buyers' search range, and they're like, I want to go see that house. That looks like the best home for me. And if you are planning to make a move and you'd like to give us a call, my name is Barb Schlinker. I'm the broker owner of Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty and the host of this show, Your Real Estate Voice. And part of what we do is we help people decide what to do, what not to do to get their house ready for sale. If you want to get a free in-home consultation, we'll give you a really good idea of what your home will sell for if you're planning to move in the next 2 to 6 months. Go over all the closing costs and show you exactly how much you'll put in your pocket when it sells. Or if you're not ready right now, and if you want to download any one of our free reports, I'm featuring a good one right now. It's entitled The Top 7 Tips to Get Your House Ready for Sale for Top Dollar. If you look at those online valuations, they are all over the place. What do I mean by that? If you go to realtor.com, if your home is not on the market, go to realtor.com and put your address in and go down to what they say real value or something like that. And there will be these 3 different automated valuations of your home. And the range could be anywhere from $40,000 to $100,000 difference between the 3 of them. I recently sold a home that showed the values between $390 and $410, but I sold it for $355. So obviously that wasn't correct. So all they do is average homes around you. What an appraiser does is they have to compare apples to apples. It has to be a ranch against a ranch versus a 2-story against a 2-story, even a 2-story with a finished basement versus a 2-story with a finished basement. They also look by neighborhood and by zip code. So the purpose of looking at historic sales is to get a feel for what similar homes are selling for. But you also have to take a look at what's available out there, because that's all the buyers care about. They care about, hey, what can I get in my price range? So if you are thinking of moving, give us a call at 719-301-3900, or you can go to barbhasthebuyers.com. Richard?
You're listening to Your Real Estate Voice with Barb Schlinker of Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty. And you can listen to replays of the show anytime on all of the major podcast platforms, plus Barb's YouTube channel as well. If you're thinking of making a move, call Barb, 719-301-3900. Now, Barb, what are other magic bullets on pricing your home to get the very top dollar?
Well, Richard, some people try to squeeze more money out of their home, and they kind of plan on how much money they're going to get out of their home so they can go buy their next home or so they can do X. But you really can't think of it that way, because at the end of the day, the home is going to sell for market value. It doesn't matter how much money you're trying to squeeze out of your home and what your destination is on the other side. It's the market that decides what your home is going to sell for. But you can help that along for sure. You can actually increase what the market is willing to pay for your home if you hire the right agent that knows how to price it right, how to prepare it right, and how to promote it right, so you actually get the most money when you sell your home. And absolutely, pricing a home too high will net you less money. Buyers research online, and this is what they do. Let's say they qualify for, I don't know, I'll just pick 600,000 as their price range. Okay. If that is their max, they're not going to be searching from 6 to 7, right? They're going to start at a lower number, maybe 5 to 550 or 550 to 6. So if you are right kind of at the cusp of one of those $50,000 increments, you don't want to be just over it, because you could be missing out on the right buyer that couldn't find anything from 5 to 550. Your home was sitting at 555. You lower it to 549,999 Walmart pricing, right? And all of a sudden, wow, look at that home. That's the best home in my price range. And they jump on it and make their best offer. That's why pricing, what I call realistically versus optimistically, always gets home sellers the most money in my experience. And then, of course, the activity leaves a lot of clues. The National Association of Realtors did a study, and they looked at sellers that slowly walked the price down. I see a lot of this when I look at homes that I'm like, how come that home looks like it's priced right and it looks pretty on the pictures, but it's been sitting on the market for a long time? So I take a look at the history on that property, and almost every time they started at a much higher price and slowly walked the price down. And now here they are, they're finally priced right, and maybe they'll get a buyer. So if you are thinking of making a move, this is the free service that we provide. Is we sit down with you, we take a look at your home, we give you tips on what to do, what not to do to get your house ready for sale. We'll show you what the market is doing right now, give you a really good idea of what price range your home will sell for, go over all the closing costs, and show you how much money you'll put in your pocket when it sells. And those automated values, they just don't work. They're too far off right now. And right now, the average days on market, depending on where you are, Denver Metro is still, I think, in the single digits for average days on the market. But the Colorado Springs market is probably about 23 days is the average days on market. So if you're going over that time frame, that's an indication that you didn't price the home right. Generally, if you priced it right, you're getting lots of showings right away. It's a matter of time before you get offers, but I wouldn't wait too long. Another rule of thumb is if you have 10 sets of buyers through your home and no offers, you're off by just a little bit. Or you go 10 days with no showings, you're way too high. You need to make a steep price reduction. The market has summarily rejected your home based on price. So if you need to make a move, give us a call. My name is Barb Schlinker, and you can reach us at barbhasthebuyers.com, or you can give us a call at 719-301-3900. Richard?
You're listening to Barb Schlinker on Your Real Estate Voice. That's the name of this show, and Your Home Sold Guaranteed is the name of Barb's business. If you're thinking of selling your home and want to get the most amount of money when you sell, call Barb at 719-301-3900 or visit barbhasthebuyers.com. Coming up, we'll talk about the top mistakes that agents make when showing, plus Barb's hot new listing.